Okay, so we're going to start with another painting. This painting right over here, I had a question. Where's the dog in that painting? Why is there no dog? Well, Mr. George painted a lot of things, and he also painted a lot of things before he painted Blue Dog. This was after, but for many years, he painted the land and the people of where he's from. He's from a little town in South Louisiana. He painted pictures kind of like this. People and their stories. And he loved to paint these trees that we talked about, these oak trees. So one of the things that he would do, okay, you see that painting right there with the big red oak tree, right? And you all see this painting right here that has the big black oak tree, right? And guess what, you guys? You see this painting right here with the candles? I made a little poster of that for every one of you, and when you leave today, you're each going to get one to take home. So, okay, so who wants to tell me, if you look at that painting, and you look at this painting, which both have oak trees, who wants to tell me where is the top of the tree? Where is the top of the tree?
There.
Where is it?
I just think all these pictures make me special.
Oh, they are
Me
so
too.
special. Thank you. I've never tired of hearing something like that. Thank you. Does anybody see the top of the tree? Let me ask you this, and everyone can answer at once. Can you see the top of the tree?
No.
No, you can't see the top of the tree. Mr. George did that on purpose. He said, you know what? If I cut my tree off at the top in my imaginary world, because paintings can be, right, the things you imagine, we say in our minds, or I like to think of my imagination in my body. I say, where imagination are you living in my body? I like to think that it's living for me right here. It's living right here. Yep, it's living right here in my belly. That's my imagination. You know when they say, think from your gut, that's my imagination. And so George would say in his and yours can be anywhere. Maybe your imagination is in your pinky finger. It can be anywhere you want. Well, my imagination is here, and Mr. George's imagination, I don't know for sure where it was, but it was big and wide. And he imagined these imaginary worlds like that one and like this one. And he said, how am I going to invite everybody who sees my paintings to come into my world? And he thought, I'm going to cut my tree off at the top. And by doing that, isn't it like we're all under the tree?
Yeah.
Can you see that? It's a little bit like we're all underneath the tree. So Mr. George has invited us under the tree with him and into his imagination. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Who else wants to see me tell me what they see in any of these paintings?
I see.
And I told you you'd be next, so yes. And then you'll be next afterwards.
Okay, so I don't know which painting, but I really like that woman with the blue dog. With the hot dog floating on top of it.
With a hot dog. Okay, who wants to tell me? Actually, you can all answer at once. Who do you think that is?
Yeah.
That is me. Although it looks more like you. That is me.
I just noticed something.
So hang on once. Oh, about that painting?
No, I just noticed something. That painting doesn't have Blue Dog's face. The face on that is actually shaped as a heart, not a blue dog. It's actually a red face.
Do you think that maybe Blue Dog got turned inside out? For example, Blue Dog's
Yes.
love from the inside got turned out.
Yeah, and made his face. The dog is right behind you.
Okay, so Mr. George painted this painting of me 30 years ago. Hard to believe I'm this old. I know. 30 years ago. It's the first painting he ever did of me. He painted me many times, and I was so honored. Isn't it nice to be painted by your friend?
Yeah.
It's a real honor, isn't it? It really is an honor, and that's how I felt. So when he brought this painting in, he had just finished it, and he showed it to me, and he was laughing and laughing. It was still wet when he finished it, and he was surprised me with it. And he was like, and y'all, he had the greatest laugh. He laughed like this old cartoon character called Snagglepuss. He laughed like this. Okay, I'm going to show you how he laughed. He went. You want to do it with me?
Yeah.
Okay, now, I'm going to ask you a big favor. Will you do something special for me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to count to 3, and then I'm just going to listen to you laugh like Mr. George. Will you do it?
Yes.
Okay, 1. Wait. 2, 3. Thank you for that. I could hear Mr. George laughing. Thank you for that. That was a beautiful gift. I would have driven all the way from the desert to see you just for that. Thank you.
We live in the desert.
So when he brought this painting into me, he was